Hey, what's going on? Uh, it's Monday. It's 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Uh, the girl I like, the girl I like is in another state, and it's hard. It's hard. I've asked her a bunch of times. I've asked her a bunch of times, like, you want me to come see you, you know? And like, I figure like, I figure I could take a bus, or like, I could take my mom's car, you know, or I could rent the car, you know. The problem with my mom's car is like if anything happens to it, it's not like a trip to the market. I went the other day to like upstate with the car. It was a 50-minute ride, and the ride going to where she is now is like three times that. So it's like a three, almost 4 hour ride. And I looked it up on the map, and it's like I'm going through Staten Island all the way through Jersey, through Delaware, to get to see her. And it's hard being able to take my mom's car. So I could take a bus, but I'm looking at the buses, and like some of them, like, they make multiple stops and stuff, and there's transfers and stuff, and it's a long fucking ride, and then I don't really have anywhere to stay when I get there. So I'm like, I'll see it for like, I don't know if I'll see it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then like I'm out on the street or something. You know, if I rented a car, I passed the idea of me renting a car onto her, and she didn't like the idea because she wouldn't be left with a lot of money, and so she's kind of relying on me for money so she could pay her rent, is what she's telling me. And I wouldn't have anything against that if I got to like, if I could get to see her, if I could get to see her. She was living in the Bronx. She was living in the Bronx, and I had no problem with giving her money for her rent, buying her food and stuff. I had this idea that like if I get the job with the crossing guards, I could get something near her, and after work I could come to see her every day. And I passed that on to her, and she was like captivated by it. And then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, she moves to Washington, and just like, I don't think she didn't do it on purpose to leave me high and dry, but that's the way I feel. I feel like she left me high and dry, you know, and I really like her. I really like her. She was the last girl that I had an orgasm with, you know, and twice, twice we had intercourse twice, and twice I had an orgasm with her, and I don't orgasm with every girl. I don't, you know, and with her I did, you know, and she means something to me, and we have this past. We have 7 months in back of us where we'd see each other, and we'd sit with each other, and we'd dance with each other, and we'd talk to each other, and just all this emotional stuff that, like, that adds to our relationship, that like I grew really close to her. And now it's hard to see her. And she was supposed to be in New York at the beginning of the month, and she wasn't. And then she said she was going to be in New York a week into the month, and now she's saying she's not going to be. And now she's asking me if I could come see her in Washington, but she doesn't want me to rent a car because then I won't have enough to help her out with rent, And so I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You know, uh, it's not that I want to see other people, but I don't just want to like. I don't want to just sit here, like I'm just sitting here and like waiting for her, and it's so hard to just sit and wait. And like, there's so many things on my mind. You know what I mean? And I want to have, the whole idea of having a girl come over in the first place was so I won't be alone. And now I'm stuck being alone, you know? I miss her so much. I miss her so much. All I want to do is see her. You know, in a perfect world, in a perfect world, she'd come over, she'd stay with me, she'd sleep over, we'd play together. And like the next day, I'd take her for pancakes and I'd take her to like Kings Highway and take her shopping, and we'd walk together. We'd go to a park, we'd go to Prospect Park together and walk in Prospect Park together and kiss and hold each other in Prospect Park, in a perfect world. And it's not a perfect world. And I don't get to have that. And she's staying in a motel and she wanted me to come see her in a motel. She gave me this number of a guy who could possibly bring me over to her, but the guy never contacted me back and I tried calling him and I just feel like I'm at a loss. I feel like I'm at a loss. I have this bag that I packed for her. She said that her phone was breaking down and she needed a new phone, and I got her a new phone. I put her on my family plan. I got her a brand new iPhone 16 Plus, and it's sitting in this bag that I have for her, along with a bunch of like, she wanted this perfume. She wanted a little bottle of this perfume, this floral perfume, and it was on Amazon. And I asked my perfume guy if he had it, and he had the big bottle for like 3 times the price it was. And I got her the big bottle. I got her the phone. I got her a big bottle of perfume. I bought her this little vibrator that I bought her a vibrator that if she's anywhere in the United States, she could wear this vibrator, and like I could use my phone and I could activate it. This way, like we could play together when we're apart, But like, I got all this candy and stuff, and just like I just want to give it to. I want to give it to her. I want to see her smile, I want to see her smile. I want to see her happy. And she's far away and I can't get to her. I can't get to her and I feel horrible. I just want to see her again, I just want to be with her. I want to sleep with her. I'm not just sex. I don't just want sex from her. I don't want her to be that kind of girl. I don't just want sex from her. I don't want her to be that kind of girl. I want a relationship with her. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to have that with her. And it hurts. It hurts so much. Honey, I love you. And honey, I love you. And I hope we could work it out. I hope we could work it out. I want more than anything than to be able to work out our relationship. And you've been talking to me more and more on the phone, and you've been paying more and more attention to me. And I think you want the same thing that I want. And I want to find a way to work it out. And I love you.